back with this 2025 technology.
Yes.
Great internet. 2025, yeah, 5G my ass. Ain't no 5G, 5 crap G.
Right, right.
I don't notice anything. They said 5G. I don't notice anything got better with 5G. I think it got worse.
Yeah, I haven't noticed any major difference other than people
Well,
are getting headaches and, probably brain tumors or something.
yeah, it's crazy. Is I watched some guy that does like phones. He said, I fix phones for a living, and where the 5G card should be, it's not there.
Really?
So he's never
Really?
seen 5G anything on any phone he does.
Really? How funny.
Nope,
So you know what I was
it's
thinking
crazy.
about last night when you said, what do you want to talk about? And I said, we'll just laugh, impart, and empower. And I thought, so the acronym for that is LIE. Laugh, impart, and empower. So, and then I was thinking about, because DEI said should have been called DIE, instead of DEI. So I was thinking you could either laugh or you could lie or you could die. Like pick one.
If I'm lying, I'm
So
dying,
I'd
right?
rather be in the be with the lie. Let's laugh, impart, and empower. That's so much better.
My attorney did my divorce. I said, you know how you know you're lying? Because your mouth's moving.
Yeah, right. Well, I love when
It's
I
pretty
see
bad when you fight with your
politicians
own
on
attorney.
TV and they're lying through their teeth. It's like, now I know what you look like when you're lying. There it is. Right, plain for all the world to see.
You know, when you said you should do whatever makes you the most like will get you the mad the most, and it
Yeah.
would be going against these crooked ass politicians. That's what makes me the most. Just it just boils me to listen to them just sit there
Yeah.
and lie and lie and lie. When people can go read the bill that they just passed and read it and it says opposite of what they're trying to tell you.
Right. Right. Yes.
USAID was helping so many people. Oh yeah, helping yourself.
Yeah, like what was it?
It's
50,
crazy.
50 million in condoms or something and 70,000 for a
Drag
gay Irish
shows,
musical and like the list goes on. That's not even the clinchers out of all the
$20
stuff they
million
found. It's
for
crazy.
Sesame Street in Iraq.
Yeah.
Look, here you go. Look, I got a $20 Elmo doll right here. I could do it Sesame Street right here for y'all for about 100 million. How about that? I mean, for let's say 100,000. I'll do it for 100,000 right now. Let's go. I'll save you a couple 100 million.
Right, right.
It's
Well,
just
my
crazy.
husband was telling me the other day that Pelosi's losing some money. I guess she bought a
Oh, you see,
building or something and it's not going to be
they're
used
investigating her
now.
too.
And good. Well, all these
Bond
politicians that go
matter.
in there and they're making a politician's salary and then they end up being multi-million. She was worth like 468 billion or million, not billion,
Yeah,
468 million or something, 463. And look at AOC. Her net worth was 15 grand like 5 years ago.
it's just
And now she's worth like 10. I've heard as high as 30 million.
it's
It's like
crazy.
that's where USAID was going. They were all had their hands in the cookie jar.
I think the biggest thing is I think once you become a government official like up there, whatever stocks you have, you got to leave them. You can't buy any more stocks. You can't trade anymore. That's it. It's over. Especially if you
Right.
know the government's about to invest in a chip factory, and now all of a sudden you buy all this chip stock. Oh wow! How did you know that?
Yes. Yes. I know.
That's
I
insider
know.
trading. Martha
Well, they're
Stewart went to
not
jail
supposed
for
to.
it.
Well, I guess a lot of it her husband bought, right?
That's the same
Didn't she
damn
put
thing.
a lot of it under her husband's name or something?
That's
But
the same thing. What about
yeah.
that's like saying what's the guy's name
Yeah.
that's in charge of he says for global warming. What's that dude's name? Um, uh,
The Who's in charge of what?
he's a big global warming guy. What's his name? Um,
Oh, Al Gore.
no. The one underneath him, the next one. He's an
The next one.
old guy.
I didn't know there'd be a quiz.
His name is. Anyway, they asked him if he had a private plane, and he said, "No, I don't have a private plane." Then they asked him again. He's like, "Well, that was my wife's.
Oh, I know who you're talking
That was my wife's." What do you mean it's your
Yes, yes,
wife's?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's
Well, it cracks
yours.
me up that they all fly their private jets to go talk about
Yeah,
how no one else should be flying in a plane or driving a gas-powered
mm-hmm.
vehicle. It's too
Costs
funny.
us carbon credits to get on a plane. It's like, where you flying by yourself? You could have got on a plane with 300 other people.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Hypocritical. That's what it is.
Well, the worst one, and then the actors and stuff that, they fly their plane like a 20-minute flight. So that it's like, were you trying to avoid LA traffic? Like, you in a
Yeah.
plane to go 50 miles?
And then I say, well, I can't believe Trump is flying from here in Florida to Mar-a-Lago. Well, okay, let's let him drive and then shut down all the highways and all the towns, and let's see how you bitch then.
Yeah. Right.
It's
Right.
like, at least he gives a freaking he gives a press conference every day.
Yeah.
He tells you what's
It's so nice to know what's actually going on.
exactly. He's not trying to hide anything. I mean,
And
it's like,
Carolyn
look,
Levitt, who's just like, yeah. Like, here's what's going on. Here's what's happening. Parts are like, well, why are you sending the people back to El Salvador? And apparently, I don't know what newspaper it was, but Carolyn Levitt was saying that if you read what the newspaper article said, you'd think it was like the nicest guy ever. And he like raped people, beheaded people, like all this horrible stuff. It's like, oh yeah, keep them here.
it's so crazy.
Let's put them next door to you.
And yeah, exactly. Y'all want them over here? Take them. Look, remember in New York and all them? They're like, oh, y'all should open the borders. Okay, we'll open them up. Then Texas started shipping them to New York. They're like, oh, whoa. Exactly. You want to let them in, just not in your town. That's what you want.
Yes.
It cracks me up.
I was talking to somebody from Massachusetts yesterday because in Massachusetts, wasn't the governor asking people to take in the illegal immigrants?
Yeah.
To house them and stuff?
They're like,
so, because I was telling her, I was like, Massachusetts has gone insane. They're letting out rapists and everything else. And, not even holding them, just setting them free after their process.
How don't they go to jail for that? Why don't they put them in jail for that? I mean, it's illegal to let an illegal criminal out to jail.
Well, that is the $97,000 question is like, why don't you put them in jail? There used to be a time when people were put in jail for rape. I don't know why.
If I did, I would be going to jail.
Everybody's out on Easy Street now.
It used to be you even accuse somebody of it, you're going to jail.
Right.
It's crazy.
And you'd have a restraining order and all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, restraining order. I don't get into restraining orders. Jeez.
Well, ever since 2020 with the whole George Floyd thing, it's like, you can do whatever you want and not go to jail, not suffer any consequences whatsoever.
It's just so insane that,
But I'll bet you $1 million if I went out and did the stuff that they did, I'd be thrown in jail like that.
People don't understand is, George Floyd wasn't sitting on the side of the freaking highway praying to God over there with a Bible in his hand. He was committing a crime. He was high on drugs. He wasn't listening. I mean, if you comply, you won't die. I mean, just listen. They say, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Don't put your hands in your pocket, reach for a gun. I mean.
Right.
It's common. I would say common sense.
Well, he died of a fentanyl overdose anyway. So the whole thing was just blown out of proportion. But what happened is everybody was all cooped up from being, because of COVID. And they're sitting around collecting their unemployment checks. And instead of getting $600 a week, they're getting 1,000.
Oh, yeah.
And they have nothing to do with their time except go out and riot and destroy things. And
that's not rioting. That was peaceful protest.
But what they did, there was one, I don't know what city it was in, but they blockaded a police station and then set it on fire.
Minneapolis.
Trying
that
to
was the guy who was running for vice president city. Tampon Teddy or whatever his name is.
Oh, Tim Walz. Tampon Tim, yeah.
I don't know what they call it.
Funny. Yeah, Tampon Tim. I wonder how many tampons have been used in the boys' bathroom. Has anyone done a follow-up on that? Maybe USAID should do like a $5 million study.
They were saying that these high school kids were taking and soaking them in alcohol and putting them up their butt, and they were getting drunk off of it.
Are you kidding me?
Swear, that was a thing.
I have not heard.
Boy, you talk about you'll be able to pass a breathalyzer.
Oh my goodness!
It's crazy.
Who would have even thought such a thing? Oh my gosh!
I wouldn't. I'm like, well, who would have ever thought to eat Tide Pods? I mean, the next generation is a little off their chains. I mean, it's like
Someone was telling me, oh, it was my nephew was telling me that Gen Z, who's older, Gen Z or millennials?
I don't even know what I am.
Millennials are older,
What am I?
right?
Gen X? What am I? I don't even know.
I don't know. How old are you?
I'm 42.
Okay.
So what
I
is that?
think you're Gen X. So, but they were saying that Gen Z looks older than millennials because of the processed food and all the crap they're eating. So they're aging faster.
Yeah, I mean, I would believe it. Think about think about let's say a teenager nowadays. Well, when I was a teenager, girls were not built like they are nowadays. Hell no. Nowadays, I'd have to ID a girl if I go on a date with her to make sure she's old enough.
Right. Right.
I'm like,
Huh.
can I get a fingerprint and a signature right here before I even talk to you?
May I please see your birth certificate?
It's like, look, and before if I'm
Well,
going
it's
on a date, I
true
need you to
because
sign right
there's all
here.
these growth hormones in the food.
On
All
a
the
date
growth
nowadays, I need a
hormones in the
signature.
foods. I
I'm gonna
mean,
get a
girls
look.
used to think they're,
I'm gonna tell them I need a signature on my phone right here. I need you to
go ahead.
sign right here, put a thumbprint, and I need to take a picture of you before we go on a date. And you're admitting that we're going on a date, right? Okay, just sign right here, please. Nowadays, I mean,
Huh.
crazy. I don't
And
understand.
there's no shame in their game either.
No shame in
It's
it.
funny, when I was growing up, all the women wanted to be as thin as a model and, all that stuff. And now everybody just lets it, thin is in, but fat's where it's at. They don't cover it up. They let it all hang out. It's like, oh my gosh,
It's
when did that become a trend?
mine's lagging again on my side. Is it lagging on your side?
Well, I'm definitely choppy still. So
How
now
about
you're
now?
switching
Is it
sides?
better? Is it
Okay.
better now? It's still laggy. I don't care. Whatever. If it's
It's
good on you,
still, yeah, there's still a delay on my side.
it's raggedy freaking stuff. Who cares? Oh well. Yeah, I mean, at the gym they have these go to the gym nowadays. It's like all these young kids, and it's like they go buy shirts and they cut. I'm like, you cut more shirt off than you have on it now. It's like, why even buy that shirt? So I'm gonna come out with a clothing line. It's
Yes.
gonna be one string right up the middle, just one string. I'm like, y'all want to buy this shirt? $50.
Right?
It's
Oh, that's
crazy. Though. It's
funny.
like, what? Dude, you look like the little kid off the Little Giants that blows a little bubble out of his nose trying to make muscles, and he got nothing. They got the least amount of shirt on. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, my husband works at the Manchester Grand Hyatt in downtown San Diego. And in the summertime, when the women are hanging out by the pool, my husband was, you can't help but notice when somebody appears to be completely naked by a public pool.
Yeah.
And there was a woman, and she was, I mean, her bathing suit couldn't have been any smaller. And his boss was there, and he goes, is that woman wearing like anything? Like, does she have anything on? And his boss was like, yeah. And they go up to their room like that. Like, they don't even put like a cover up on or anything.
Through the
They
hotel.
just walk around like, here I am. It's like, leave something to the imagination, lady.
That was
I mean, if a woman walks down your street naked every day, pretty soon you stop looking.
yeah. I was in a restaurant one time and I looked up and like out the corner of my eye and I was like, what the heck? She had like yoga pants on, but they were the same color as her skin, and so was the top on. I'm like, I thought she was naked in the restaurant. I like what the hell? And a lot of women, they wear these black freaking
And the
black
yoga
yoga
pants,
pants.
everyone wears yoga pants now.
I don't know women.
You could weigh 300 pounds and you're still wearing yoga pants.
Whatever made them go through their minds that black and yoga pants make them look thin. No, you look like you're big in yoga pants. I mean, you just see every little definition of it.
Yes, yes. It looks like you stuffed a sack of potatoes into yoga pants.
Yep. My friend was on here. I had Justin on here like last week, and he's like, somebody told him like about fat shaming. He's like, wait, I don't understand what fat shaming is, because you're fat. I'm not shaming you. You're shaming yourself. What are you talking about? I'm fat shaming you. I mean, I think you're doing shame to yourself.
Yeah. Right. Right. Well, and now it's glorified. I saw a commercial for the 1,000-pound
That is
sisters.
that
I was
show
like,
is.
1,000 pounds? And one of it looks like one of them started to lose weight because there was no way she was 1,000
I
pounds,
think they
but she
both
must
lost
have
weight
been
now.
when they first started the show. Pardon
I
me?
think they both lost weight now. But what do you got to get all that? You're never gonna look the same because you got to get
Well, I
all these
never saw
scars.
the before, but going by the title, I imagine they were both maybe they totaled 1,000
Oh
pounds.
my
I don't know.
god! But you know whose fault it is? It's the people bringing them the food
Yep.
because their fat ass ain't getting out of bed to go get it.
Right. Right. Huh.
I mean, but then that little doctor that does the surgeries on the show, his little ass needs to lose some weight too. He ain't in the great shape of his life, the little Indian guy.
I've never watched the show. I just saw the commercial for it, but I was just like, they're giving fat people, like not just fat, like morbidly obese people a show.
They move them on a. You know how they go to the hospital on a freaking tow truck bed. That's how they bring them.
Really? Wow. You know what? Someone was just telling me about somebody that they knew that was super duper heavy, and they had to move out of their apartment, and they had to like take out sliding glass doors and bring like a special bed in and all this stuff just to move them. They weighed like 700 pounds or something. Like,
That's just.
what the hell? Like, at what point did you think, okay, maybe I'm big enough and I should start to do something about this?
That's what I don't get. I mean,
Or was your goal like, I want to get as fat as I possibly can and see how much my body can take?
I
Like,
mean,
what?
it's
I don't know.
the minute a man looks down and can't see himself down there, or if a woman's standing up and she steps on her own nipple, she's too big and he's too big. It's it's just you're too big. I mean, it's like come on now. It's like where do you shop? The tent store. I mean, and look, and all these people are gonna say, "Oh, I can't believe you say that. That's so mean." Blah blah blah. Blah. Some people can't help it. I don't care what you say. There's no excuse for that. You can help it 100%. I don't overweightness, unless you're in a wheelchair, unless you cannot move. There's no excuse for it. I'm sorry. It's just not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
Well, you're Mr. Fitness anyway. Yeah.
yeah, but it's like you gotta. This is what I look. This is how I put it to somebody. I said, you're building your mindset strong, but how you walk past the mirror and you're ashamed of yourself, you ain't got a strong mindset. Then you can't have one and not have the other. You can't be some undisciplined, unhealthy eating, out of shape, and then think you're gonna have a mindset of a freaking unbreakable. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Right. Well, how you do anything is how you do everything, right?
Yep.
So if you have no discipline in one area, I would imagine you're not very disciplined in a lot of others.
Yep. Exactly.
It's all about mindset. And over 2,000 years ago, the Buddha said that the mind is everything because what you think you become. So what the hell have they been thinking? Like,
Jeez, I wouldn't even. Oh my. I guess the big people were thinking they wanted to be elephants. I guess I don't know. Maybe they like to see and they
well,
want
and
to
plus
see well.
America is the only place where poor people are heavy.
Who is?
In Africa, there's no fat kids running around.
No. Nope.
There's no poor fat kids, but here in America, there's plenty of them.
Because
I think, what is it? I forget. I was trying to think of the statistic, but maybe like 2/3 of all the kids these days are overweight.
they don't go outside.
Some crazy thing. Well, it's all the growth hormones in the food and all the high fructose corn syrup that's in everything. Yeah, they're sitting on their video games. Yeah,
My
yeah.
parents used to have to make me come
Yep.
inside. Now you got to make them go out there outside. I got to go outside.
Right?
Yeah. What am I gonna do? I saw one day. Like, what am I gonna do out there? There's nothing to do out there. Use your imagination. Throw a rock against. Go throw a rock against. What? I don't know how to do that. Imagination. What's that?
Yeah,
You
get
don't have
outside.
no
We need
imagination. You got Google.
Yeah, right, right.
And I always say
And they
that.
don't have to learn anything because
No.
they have calculators.
I don't know whoever said Google was right. But
And now they don't have to write anything because they can just go on ChatGPT.
why go to school? I don't get it. What's the school purpose of school anymore? Like,
I know. Well, you know what? I'm working with someone and it's all about education done differently. Where instead of I'll make it up. Say like my granddaughter, she goes to a school where they actually build a house. So if you want to be a plumber or an electrician or a carpenter or a
mhm.
roofer or whatever, they build an entire house like from scratch.
It's in California.
Like that's school that's useful. That kind of education.
In
That's
California, they're
something
doing
that
this.
would be worthwhile. Say that again?
They're doing this in California.
She's in Maryland.
Oh, let's say I know what
No,
happened.
California's not that smart.
It's crazy how that's a jacked up state.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, we pay for the weather.
Well, we're gonna see. Let's see what happens in Louisiana now. I mean, Louisiana's got what? We just got the world's largest exporter of natural gas. We got the oil now. We have the new Facebook's on one and only center coming here for the computer center. They have the new battery plant getting built here. They have all kind. Let's see how if it boosts in Louisiana or it goes right in politician's pocket like always.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
it
it'll be
usually does.
interesting to see how that works out.
This thing is keep.
Has there been any backlash or anything from the terrorist attack in downtown New Orleans?
That
What's
was
going on with that?
that was such a setup job. That was no way. I don't believe it. I mean, because if it was actually
Yeah,
going to happen the way they did, why did the dude go down there at that late in the morning and not go when it was full of people at 12 o'clock?
right,
It
right.
don't make sense. They wanted you to look at
No,
that to look away from something else they were doing.
probably, probably.
It just all that shit.
It's all about distraction,
Oh yeah, 100%.
right? It's all about distraction.
Their
Yeah,
distractions are getting
do
a
you
little
remember
extreme now.
2000 when everybody thought the world was gonna I'm sorry?
Their distractions are getting a little bigger and bigger every time they use one.
Mhm. Well, do you
It's
remember
really
2000 when everybody thought the world was gonna come to a screaming halt?
it's going
That
to
all
roll
the
over to zero zero
computers and
zero.
everything
What we're
were
going to
all
do?
gonna go to the wayside, and everybody's all freaked out. That was a big giant distraction. The things that happened behind the scenes when all that, all of you sheeple, look over here,
Yep,
because what I'm really doing is something dastardly that will harm you over here.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, look
Yes.
at Hawaii. Hawaii happens, and then you don't hear anything about it. Boom, the Israel war starts the next day. Oh, stop looking over there. Look over here. It's
Yeah.
like, come on.
Right.
But
Right.
people be like, no way, the
And
government would
what
never do
happened
that.
in Hawaii? And what about all the fires that we just had in Pacific Palisades in California and everything? You don't hear anything about that anymore.
You are right next to an ocean.
Nothing.
You ain't got no
Like, are
pumps
the
you can put
people
water through it.
rebuilding? Where did everybody go?
Exactly.
Say that again?
I said they live. That's right
Yeah.
next to the ocean, and you ain't got a pump you can put in the water and shoot the water over the house.
Right.
I mean, that's like Hawaii. Yachts are burning in the harbor. It's surrounded by water. What the hell?
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
crazy.
that fire spread so freaking fast. People were diving in the ocean just to get off the streets. I mean, that was
I
insane.
don't think that was a regular fire. That's why cars don't melt like that from
Well,
fire.
I wonder there are some people that say that, I'm trying to think of the name of the weapon, but it causes like extreme
The
heat.
lasers.
It's Yeah.
Think about this. This is how I look at it too, because you have a car full of people. Okay, the mom, the dad, and the kids in the back seat. If the car catches on fire, they get out. It would have to happen instantaneously for them to be burnt inside that car, and they were burnt inside the car.
Yeah.
I mean, in metal
Yeah.
melt, a fire doesn't melt a car. And then right next to it is green grass.
Yeah.
It's just,
Right?
but don't look over here.
I
Then it's
know, it's
guarded by
crazy.
military. Why is it guarded by the military? It was just a forest fire.
Right. Lots of questions. Lots of
Yeah,
questions.
but we better watch what we ask because if Hillary Clinton's listening, we're gonna disappear. I was just watching
Yeah,
something on
should
that.
we even be
Did you ever see
broadcasting
that
this
thing? Like
conversation?
everything. I don't look. Come get me. They gotta find me. But look, you know what's crazy is like I was watching this thing like about her and how many people have died around. It's crazy.
Around who?
Around Hillary Clinton, and she was running for senator. Boom, the person
Oh
that ran
yeah,
against her all of a sudden
it's
died.
like
This
148 or
it's
something.
like
Yeah,
she's untouchable, huh?
it's 100. It's like 148 people. That's the figure I heard. All mysteriously
Then
dead.
Benghazi. Let me go to court and say, hey, I took a hammer to all my cell phones and crushed all the evidence. Oh, you free to go?
Yeah.
Go ahead, we cool.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Or the best one I love is like, okay, you're gonna go to jail for whatever days. We're gonna give you 30 days to get your affairs in order. 30 days. All I need is one, because I'm bye bye. I'm like, Judge, thanks for
Yes.
30. I only need
Yeah.
one.
Exactly.
It's like,
Yep.
what?
Yep.
Are you going? What
I
is
know
that?
they just
APN
skate.
Worldwide Networking thing? Is that thing? It is so
Say
delayed.
that again.
It is so delayed. Like it's flickering so much.
Yeah, I don't know why it's crazy choppy. Crazy choppy.
Who the hell knows? I don't know. I got good internet. All right, let me ask you a couple questions. Here we go. I got some questions for you. Okay, if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
It's a really good one. I I want to say flight, but invisibility would be super cool too.
98% of people say that.
What would yours be?
You know
Huh?
they got planes we fly on now, huh? What would mine be? Mine would be to tell the future.
Oh.
They're gonna be like, man wins Powerball for the 30th time in a row.
Yes.
I'd be like, look,
Well,
investigate me all you
okay, so
want.
I
Go
have a
ahead, investigate it.
Would you want super duper strength?
Nah, I'm strong enough. I don't need. What do I need to pick up? I can
Yeah.
tell the future. I don't need to pick up anything. I can just say in the future. I'll just make sure it's not there when I get there.
Right, right. Or being able to be, because I'm thinking of what's the show? It was a series. I never really got into it, but there's one of the characters can change like a chameleon. She can change into any person or whatever. She can make herself blue and like blend in with a blue wall. I forget what.
Is that a movie? That's a movie like the
I don't know the character's name.
I don't know. I don't get on.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Avengers or something like that, only it's, they all go to this special school with this guy in a
Oh
wheelchair
yeah.
that's
Okay.
like their leader.
X-Men or something.
I can't think of the name of it. Pardon
It's
me?
X-Men.
Yes,
Okay.
X-Men. Is it X-Men?
I have no idea.
Could be.
I don't know. I can't tell.
Well, telling the future, that's a good one. That's a good
It'd
one.
be called Moogle, not Google.
But I think Moogle for Michael. You know what would be nice? You know what I would like? Time travel. I would like time travel as a superpower.
I mean, yeah, tell it. But go back. You want
Is
to go
that
back?
a superpower? I would go back and buy Berkshire Hathaway, Bitcoin, Google, Microsoft. You know what I mean? If you could do time travel,
Buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin. Jeez, Pete. Whew, how much would that be worth today? You would be the richest person in the world by far.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny because I know someone Hathaway when it was at 25 grand. they doubled their money and they were like, we doubled our money, we're good. So they sold it when it got to 50. Now it's at like $243,000 a share or
Yeah,
something. So of course he's kicking himself in the butt, like,
it's crazy.
why? Why?
It's,
So it
yeah, if you
pays
know
not
it,
to be
if you
greedy,
knew
but not in
it.
that case.
I mean, it's
It's like you
hard.
should
It's
have
hard to
just,
double your money and hold on to it.
yeah. Well, I multiply my clients' money like exponentially. So we can talk about that another time. What
Okay, all
other
right. I got a
questions
question
do
for
you
you. Can
have
you
for me?
is compounding actually okay? So can I literally compound my money?
Yeah.
Like if I start $1,000 at 5% every day, I can make 5% on every day.
You know what? We'll talk after the show because there's something else I want to tell you about too, like an amazing investment opportunity that is not for general public consumption, but I'll tell you after we end the show.
All right, here's
I
another
got
question.
I got lots of goodies for you, Michael.
All right, here's another one. Let's see. What is success to you?
What is success to me? I think success would be not only achieving everything that I set out to do in life, but making the biggest impact on the world possible. So I don't want millions, I want billions, so I can put a huge dent in human trafficking. That would be
See,
success.
that's amazing because I say the same thing. You know, I want more money so I can actually use the money towards good things.
Yes. Well, my goal is
There's
to
so
get
much
to the
money out
point
there that
where
just
I
sits there.
give away 90% of what I make and only keep 10. Because let's say I had 20 million bucks in the bank. I wouldn't go buy a bigger house. I'm not going to go buy a McMansion. I'm not going to go buy a nicer car or whatever. I'm totally happy with my car. I'm not a bigger, better, faster
Hmm.
person. I'm much more about making an impact and helping other people.
Yeah,
Much more about that. Yeah.
it's like
Money's just a
when you
tool.
have a lot. I just did a post like that another day. I was like, you know, you have all these people that know exactly what to do to get further, or and whatever they do for a living, like financing or let's say coaching or whatever they do. So they know how to get. They can see. Let's just say that's a group of people that they see that they're right there at the edge. They got the drive, they got the motivation, they're doing everything they need to do, and all they got to do is just put their hand out and just pull them up over the hill. That's it. But then, I mean, I'm not saying go help out everybody, go for free or whatever. I'm just saying you see these people are so dedicated, but they just don't have that last little bit to get over it. Why don't they just help them up? Instead, they're like, oh, I can
Yeah.
help you up for 20 grand. It's like, well, you had 20, if they had 20 grand, wouldn't they already be over that? So it's like, why not help somebody sometimes? If you see them struggling, pull them up. If you know that person's going to boom, pull them up.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. That's the way it should be. I mean, if everyone who achieved success went back and extended their hands and brought others with them, I mean, that's what a leader does, right?
Hmm.
But unfortunately, some people are just selfish and it's all just, what about me? What about me? You know what I mean?
And look, I understand everybody's
Where
got to
I
make
don't
money,
think yeah.
but it's got to be a
Well,
time when it's like, okay, I know you got to make money, but you got 30, 40, 50 other clients you're making all this big money on. Help them want to get up. It's like, it's going to
right.
kill you.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. What's it going to take you? An hour of your time to impart what might put them over the
Hmm.
success line? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because if you can't give money, money is just an exchange of your time, right? You get paid for your time. So if you don't want to give money, then give your time,
Hmm.
you know, go serve.
I've had like probably, I can probably say at least 10 that they'll see if I need to just like, I'm right there at the edge. I just don't know that next step to take. And they'll reach out and they get me going. And it's like, okay, look, we're going to do this, this, and this, and all that. And then, right. But okay, it's going to cost this. This whole conversation was about, I'm here because of cost. And so you're going to pull me along for a week and then right after that, bam, hit me like, okay, so it's going to cost you this. Why did you just pull me along?
Yeah,
And these are
exactly.
like millionaires. It's like,
Yeah.
what I understand you gotta make money, but why'd you just drag me along? We talked about this before. The whole conversation started as it costs money, so I'm kind of stuck right here. Oh, well, let me help you. The whole conversation started like that, but then you get to it's time to go get me over, and you're like, oh, it's gonna cost you. What?
Right. 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 Yeah.
As they had these clients,
And
million
it's like,
dollar
and
clients.
what would it cost you? You know what I mean?
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
like, I understand you're in the business to
Yeah.
make money, but sometimes you can get back. And I mean, especially, okay, so if they did something for me or something like that, I'm not saying just for me, I'm saying everybody else that does the same thing. It's not like I'm not going to pay it forward. It's not like I'm going to be the most appreciated person you ever seen in your life. And I'm going to pay it forward. It's
Right.
just,
Yeah.
I don't get it. People just kind of say them selfish.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Our selfish, indulgent nature.
Yes. And I tell everybody, it's like, look,
But, we're all born that way. I mean, to some extent, because if you ever see a little kid, little kids, mine, 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 they don't want to share or whatever. But you'd want to get over that, don't you think?
yeah,
By the
exactly.
time you grow up and learn how to give,
Look at the
you
prime
know what I
example I
mean?
just told you. Look, this past weekend when I dealt with that crap, it's like, people use that phrase. Let me know if you need anything. No. Hold on. Let's stop that and say, hey, let's say it the way you really mean it inside. Let me know if you need anything, and if it's convenient for you, then you'll see if you can help me if it's time that they can help you.
Yes.
Oh, you
Yeah.
moving? Can you move it next? Can
I'll
you move
help
it
you if
2
it's
weeks?
convenient and if I feel like
Yeah. Can you just move your schedule back 2 weeks from me so I can come help you move?
it.
It's like, yeah, okay, let me do that for you.
I can't believe you had to do that all by yourself, man. That's just crazy.
I got it done. It's good. I got it at
Yeah.
Luna. I got it at freaking.
But your shoulder's suffering for it, though.
Huh?
Your your shoulder is suffering as a result,
Oh
though.
god.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better than being over there. Look,
Are you
a little bit. It's still hurting like hell, but I'm just glad to be out of that place. It's like, and it's people could put on a very good show, and then behind the scenes, it's like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And they don't wear signs.
Like, I mean, it is. I mean, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like I was telling you earlier, it's like when I told them I was moving out because I was just tired of the just. For one thing, is everywhere I walked, there was a camera pointing at me. Everywhere. I walk out to my car at night, there was like 5 cameras came on with the light on it. I'm like, am I in prison? And then the inspection every month. Then let's see what else. I told them I'd help with the yard work, but I got to do basically I was doing all the yard work at their house and everything. And then I was like, okay, I told them I'm moving out. And it was like I just had broken up with a junior high school person. Almost like, oh, you're breaking up with me? I didn't want to be with you anyway. Well, when I said I was moving out, it was like the next day I get a letter at my door that's saying that they're kicking me out. I'm like, grow up, to the point where the trash can, they'd leave it out front and they fill it up where I couldn't use it. Then they're like, okay, then, the worst thing is throwing away my mail,
Oh,
federal
man.
offense.
Yeah.
Then when he texts me, he'd be like, he texts me and said something. He's like, oh, he texted me just the other day. He's like, I hope you forwarded your mail, you idiot. See how much of an idiot you really are, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we're going to see who the last idiot is on this one.
Right. Holy
It's like,
moly.
he built a place with no permits. He built a place with no inspections. He built a place against zoning laws. He did all this against it. So it's like, what are you dumb?
Yeah. Like, do you really want to mess with me right now?
Well, I guess he did. I gave him like 3 or 4 chances. I'm like, look, yeah, I don't know. You can make this a whole lot easier on yourself. And he didn't. He kept making it worse and worse. I guess he's gonna call my bluff. He's gonna see the bluff when they're
Man.
knocking on the door. And I even asked him, I was like, well, what do I do about my mail getting thrown away? And they're like, well, you go to the police station. I said, okay, what? He said, the post office, it'll get investigation. They'll go arrest him. It's a federal offense.
Yeah. Why would they throw your mail away? Like, how petty?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
And
this is where
for
he messed
what?
up. He said, we just put return to sender on it. You don't live there. I'm like, well, this is where you screwed up on that one. you threw away my mail, and then my checks came in the mail, and you gave them to me, and then threw away my mail. So obviously I lived there because you gave me the checks.
Yeah.
You screwed
Right.
yourself on that one, but you didn't think too hard on that one, huh? Idiot. It's like,
Well, at least he gave you the checks. That's good.
I got to change the dress on him now too. But then he goes inside the building and takes all my stuff out and puts it outside. Tell me how illegal that is.
Why?
Yeah, I'm
Oh
telling
my
this dude
gosh.
is throwed off.
Wow.
And I
I'm so
guarantee,
sorry.
which I really don't care. I guarantee they're telling their daughters and their son-in-law and all that oh, he's such a bad tenant. I guarantee that, and they they got a good place for him in the afterworld. It's called hell.
Yeah, right. I hear that.
It's crazy. I mean, it was like literally being in prison. But what you gonna do? I got out of there. Negativity. I can't stand out negative.
Yeah.
And I could just, I could feel it. Like I was, like the
Yeah.
whole time I felt like just in a bad mood.
Yeah, you can't be in that kind of environment. It's just too toxic.
Oh, it is. I mean, I didn't feel like doing anything when I woke up and all that stuff. I didn't really feel like doing anything because it was just so like that negative feeling being there. Like
Yeah.
when I go out to my truck, go somewhere, I hurry up because of that, because the cameras everywhere. So they go to sleep at like 8. So you know what I do? I start leaving to go to the gym at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I drive right past their house, close the door.
Really?
Then I set my alarm will go off on accident, you know.
Wow.
It was just,
Why did they have so many cameras on?
I have no idea. Everywhere. All over the whole house.
Really?
It's crazy.
That's nuts. Well, are you happy where you are now?
Yes. Thank God.
Good. Good.
I was supposed to be living
You
in
probably
Thailand.
wake up 50 pounds lighter not having that environment around you, right?
When I was supposed to be living in Thailand in the beginning of March. I'm glad I wasn't.
You were?
I was moving there.
Why were you going to be living in Thailand?
I'm just going to go there for a couple months.
Yeah? Just for ha-has?
Shits and giggles.
Yeah, Thailand doesn't call me. Well, maybe because of the trafficking and all that I know that goes on over there. I just think it's dirty.
They're not going to want to traffic me. They're going to want to give me back.
You know, beautiful place, but underneath it's dirty. It's like a beautiful woman wearing really dirty underwear. That's what Thailand reminds me of.
They're going to grab me and they'll be like, hold on, take him back. We'll pay you to take him back. Take him back. We were just talking about that the other day. I'm like, nowadays if somebody grabs somebody's kid, more than likely you're never going to see your kid again.
Oh gosh, no. And there's another charity that I'm going to be interviewing. It's called Love Does. And they went over to India. And it's so systemic in that society, human trafficking, that, like the parents they'll trade their kid for a refrigerator. You know what I mean? There's just they don't value life. And they're so poor that. Where'd you go?
I'm trying to see that this thing on here will change the internet on it because it's like flickering so much. Can you see me?
Well, and can you hear that? Can you hear what's going on my end over here?
No.
My husband is power washing his dirt bike.
I hear it.
Like, okay, good. I don't have to get up and go, could you maybe do that later?
That's one thing I never got into is dirt biking. I got into everything else except dirt biking.
Yeah. His whole family, his nephew is like really, really, really good. But we live like 6 miles away from Fox Raceway, which is on the dirt bike circuit, on all the races and all that kind of stuff. So it's very, very, very convenient. And there's a bunch of guys in our neighborhood, like retired Marines and stuff like that all go ride and everything. So it's very cool. It's how my husband just gets rid of all the stress.
I had a motorcycle. I had jet skis, boats, four-wheelers, but never dirt bike.
No. Well, you know, it's funny. I grew up in New England, so when I came out to California, people would talk about, yeah, we're going to go to the desert, and I would go to the desert like on purpose. Like I would watch like something about the desert on TV or whatever, and it's like you want to make sure you have enough gas and you've got extra water in your car in case your radiator overheats. Like you just want to get through the desert. It's never a destination. It's just something to get through. And
Yeah,
when I came
exactly.
out here, I'm like, why would you go to the desert? Like, what the hell? And of course, it's a big thing. And they're like, well, we don't just
It's
go
like
park
driving
and,
the.
sit out 2 lawn chairs or something. So,
Uh,
it's really big out here, but it cracks me up. I have like no desire. When everybody goes to the desert, my son-in-law and my daughter even have like a trailer out in the desert that's set up out there. It's out there, all year round. They rent spots for it, and all their friends have trailers and everything. And they'll be like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to the desert." I'm like, "Yeah, that's good. Have fun."
yeah.
No desire to go whatsoever.
I'm, look, I'm a